So I ain't gonna lie to y'all. From what I've been seeing, this is gonna be the year of the dribble gods, of the PGs, of the ISOs. That's all the evidence that I've been seeing have been pointing in that direction. And I'm worried. I'm not worried because of the dribble gods. I'm worried because of the approach 2K is taking for NBA 2K25. So we got a lot to talk about in this video. Without further ado, I need y'all to grab yourself the brew and let's get to the video.
You want 2K rumors and news, you in the right place. Want a community that's cool, you in the right space. You want tips, subscribe now and ring the bell. Then go to the park and give them hell. The Boot Squad is an organization with all winners. Soldiers up in formation, we all killers. And when you step on the court, yo, you're our dinner. When I play D in the fourth, yo, Kawhi Leonard.
So you done know. Your boy Brutal, him on the scene, wicked and mean, with a next video for y'all, man. So we gonna get straight to the news. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're making a push to that 300K. It's on the way. I got it, man. I see y'all, but I got it, man. So anyways, man, this is something I've been working on for the past few days. Been doing a lot of research, pretty much dissecting the Corsair report and all the information they've been putting out. And I'm worried for NBA 2K25. I have to be honest. That does not mean I'm not gonna figure it out. Does not mean that I'm not gonna have fun. But I'm worried the direction that 2K continue to go when it comes to 2K games. Now let's go through the Corsair report, and it's very clear that the offensive end gonna have a huge advantage this year. Trust me on that one. Now, it was very important when you go in dribble and they talk about stops are tighter, launches are more explosive, and probing the court looks and feels smoother, more lifelike, and more consistent than ever before. We can't wait for you to experience this firsthand. The problem is when you go on the defensive end, you barely see any change beside them adding the new cutoff animation. And then when they actually answering the Q&A and showed how much different moves were added, I see nothing there for the defensive end at all. So they said this, they said we added over 9,000 new pro play animations. How much of those were for the defensive end? Well, they actually broke it down right here. There are 1,500 dribble sequences, offense, 1,100 shots, offense, 1,300 motion sequences, movement, 800 rebounds. We gonna say that's defense somewhat. 1,000 passes, offense. 434 dunks, offense. 550 blocks, defense. Cool. 1,110 layups, offense. Now the blocks and the rebounds is defense, but that's only for the center position, basically, right? What is there for perimeter defense to combat against all these new dribble moves and all that? Not that much. In fact, 2K over the past few years have barely added anything on the defensive end. And that's the problem in the direction that we're going. Now, that along with increased spacing, okay? I'm gonna show you this image here from Jumpman Germ. He posted this on Twitter. Now, he was just talking about lighting, to be honest. I don't really care about lighting that much. But what this shows is that NBA 2K25, the player models are smaller and the court is larger, which gives you more space and more room to operate and do your thing. Look at the player models. Everybody is smaller compared to the court of NBA 2K25. Right? Everything is smaller compared, so you got way more room. So the ISO game gonna be crazy. And what they give us for defense, cutoff. Is that enough? I will argue that it's not. It's not even close. Now the problem with that is this, right? The only way I see 2K could now balance the game is by crippling the building, because that's what they've been doing over the past few years. They took away our ability to create superstars to add balance to the game. I'm old enough or been around long enough to remember NBA 2K15 and 16, where offense was at its most fluid. It was just so fluid. But guess what? The defense was lacking and just couldn't keep up. So what did the community start doing? They start complaining about speed burst and overpowered builds. So what was 2K answer was limit the builder. So they started introducing stuff like archetypes. They started introducing stuff like pie charts. And they start reducing year to year the amount of burst moves we had. And I hate it. As a point guard, I hated that as well, just as much as the triple gods do. I hate it. But what it shows is 2K lack of creating a defensive system that could keep up with the offensive side. So they have to think about balance. So what they keep doing is limiting our ability. And then they forced us to play with the game with a reduced amount of animations that are effective. And not only that, I'm talking about burst animations that are effective. But not only that, they're now forcing us to play with role players. And to be honest, I don't like the defensive attributes being in the game either way, because from my experience from playing basketball in real life, for most of my life, defense have always been a 1-2 thing over ability thing. I hope the people that I play with in high school and college are not upset, but the person with the least ability tend to be the best defenders because they could put all their energy out there in terms of hustling, in terms of going for every loose ball. So it was more of a 1-2 thing, but we're not gonna go down that road right now. So I'm worried that I didn't see much on the defensive side beside cutoff, because that will just not be enough. We need better animations in a lot of different situations. We need better animations for fighting around screens and even more control for fighting around screens. The vacuum screens are still a huge issue and annoying as hell. We need better hands-up animations and flyby contests and block animations. We were promised this last year, but it seems like we keep giving people 3 free throws, bro. Every time, even when we time it the right way and you go for a block on the 3-point line, you give them 3 shots. It's annoying. And this is somebody who wasn't that mad of what was on the defensive end in 2K24, but there were still a lot of areas just lacking. We need a better player lock-on system as well, because the arrow is still switching to people that I don't want to. And as you play against someone, if you really play against somebody who's really technical with the game and knows how to mess up that whole situation, like for example, they understand that the arrow switch at a certain time, they will manipulate it to their advantage by calling a lot of wraps, a lot of pick and rolls, because it's so hard to keep control of who you're facing. It will work against you more than it works for you. So they need more improvements in that area as well. This is one of the best examples of how broken defense was. If somebody took a bad shot, and let's say you go up for the rebound and missed it and the next person got it. If you land close to the person who got the ball, you got called for a foul in NBA 2K24. I'm not talking about you jumping again. I'm talking about that initial jump and you missed the rebound. Like, it was just crazy when it comes to that defensive end. Now, of course, I understood how to get around it and I made adjustments, but there have been significant decline on the defensive end over the past few years, and I don't see anybody talking about it. In fact, what I think 2K should have is a defensive animation side, where we could at least get some defensive profile for animation in that section to adapt the animations to your favorite players. For example, a LeBron James defensive player type would actually be very good at chase downs and be okay playing in multiple positions. It wouldn't be elite, but okay playing in multiple positions, but elite chase down. A Patrick Beverley profile would be that annoying, irritating full court press type point guard defensive build, or just build overall. These are profiles that you could probably add to players based on their build, their speed. You could adjust it based on these things. Alonzo Ball profile will give you additional boost when it comes to rotation, your rotation ability. So you'll be able to blitz a lot easier, get a lot of bumps easier because your defensive slides in terms of lateral movement gonna be improved. So your body up's gonna be good. And Allen Iverson, who led the league in steals for I think it was 2000, 2001 or so, and was always up there in steals, but he was elite at playing the lanes. Like, you should be able to equip these profile. Or Kawhi Leonard, who's a very good on-ball defender who got great hands. Now, you're all saying, Brute, but how would you balance this off, man? Very simple. As Kawhi got more involved in the offense, he had to choose his spots because he don't want to drain himself out on the defensive end. So, of course, it will be an energy thing, but y'all don't want to get that technical right now. Y'all don't want to get that technical. But we need to see some sort of evolution on the defensive end when it comes to 2K games. Because until they do that, because they need some balance in the game, they're going to always cripple the game in a few areas. On the offensive end, when it comes to dribbling, and in the builder section. So we're not going to ever see any superstar builds as long as the defensive side don't evolve. This is not about sim or dribble card. It's about 2K trying to keep balancing the game and has continued to take the worst approach possible. Their approach is limit that side so we could add some balance instead of evolving that side so we could allow them to just be free and do what they want within a balanced system. Let me know what y'all think about my ideas. Let me know what y'all think about the video. For what I've been seeing on the offensive end, it's gonna be okay, but only certain builds gonna be okay, because I do anticipate some serious restrictions coming when it comes to the builder system in NBA 2K25. Come back to this video and let me know how what I'm saying in this video plays out over time. Anyways, y'all, you know what it is, man. Your boy said the video is long enough. I wasn't trying to keep y'all here all day, just trying to get this point across. And let's end this whole thing, bro. I'm a point guard, y'all. I want as much burst moves as possible. I do. I hate when I see, or when a defender comes and I see an opportunity because he messed up on defense and I can't capitalize on it because this animation is holding me back. It just keeps holding me back. But I see him playing the wrong direction. Now, I'm not the spammy type, but it's not about that at the end of the day. It's about them putting the right system in place. So if somebody really want to, they could put that energy into it if they have the right IQ without anything holding them back, without anything holding you back, which will be mano a mano, let the best player win. But anyways, man, let me know what y'all think about the video, man. Have a blessed one till next time. Be safe out there, y'all. Peace.